Welcome back, Game Week King family, to another F1 Clash video 2024. And we're here for our Monaco Grand Prix Qualifiers. So we're going to be getting qualified in Monaco. Here we see these assets getting a 10% buff, which is nice. Only Zoe is what we're going to be using from this 10% buff. So we're going to be jumping in here. And we're going to be taking our time. We're going to be moving up to the Challengers event, this one. Recommended team score 700. I think we have about 704 on our team score, so we're going to be jumping into challengers here and see how we do in challengers. So let's go. All right, we're taking our time climbing the ladder. We're in no rush. It's an entire year worth of play. So yeah. So our first race is going to be Monaco. It's going to be cornering and defending. For Monaco, we're going to be focusing mainly on certain kind of boosts. We're going to be focusing on one driver with both cornering and defending boosts, and another driver with defending boosts, and we want to see how that plays out for us. All right, let's go. Here we go for first qualifiers here in the Challengers GP on Monaco. Let's see where we qualify. Looking good. Ooh, P2, P3. Wow. I wasn't expecting that. Because we're basically right on the recommended stats. I wasn't expecting that. I was expecting at least midfield. But anyways, let's go with the Prince. And then we're gonna go with the Gladiator. I wasn't expecting that at all. P2, P3. Well, let's go. Alright, so we're going to boost off at the start here and take down the rival Zoe, who's on the hard, so we should be able to squeeze past him fairly quickly. Then we're just going to cut down here and let our power unit build. One thing I hope Hutch will change is that drivers with the power unit boost should be able to charge faster and use their power unit for longer compared to drivers without. As you can see, both drivers are charging at the very same speed, and the driver with the power unit boost really is not having any form of impact on the driver at all. You boost them, they're both going to burn down at the same speed, burn down at the same pace to the same rate. So we'll boost now, both drivers, and you're going to see both of them power unit is going to burn down to 0 at the same speed. So I really wish Hush could make some changes there to that. Right, so there we go. Both of them power unit almost finished. So we'll cut them down there as we'll maintain our little lead that we have there. Acting a little bit glitchy. Our internet connection is good, so I don't know why it's glitching a bit. Anyways, we're going to be going to pit now with our Zoe. We're going to be doing the 2-stop with him, so we're going to come back to softs. Now we're going to just boost him off from here to make his way to pit and kind of slow down Sargent a bit. Sargent is going to go around for another lap. Here comes Zoe back out in P8. Nice. Alright, so we're going to bring back Sargent for the medium tires. Let's give him some support. Ooh, a little late on the support there as the AIs squeeze past him. We're bringing him back to the medium tires though, so let's boost him here. Let him try to close down the gap to these guys. And keep nice and tight with them. Now we're gonna boost our Zoe to go by pit. Hopefully our pit stop time is really quick. And we see our Sargent getting out behind the rivals, which is not good at all. Monaco is a very difficult track to get overtakes on. Let me see what tires they're on, medium and hard, so they're not going back to pit at all. and they're right behind Orzo, who will be needing to make another pit stop. So the two-stop strategy for Orzo is horrible here at Monaco. You pick up back P1, but P2 and P3 are not going to be stopping again. So they're going to take the lead. And so it goes in back for another set of softs. So wrong strategy selected here for this race at this stage in the game. As we've qualified in the front, we want to go for the one-stop strategy. Medium, hards to medium versus the AIs. It's a good data collecting here. So when we make it to the opening round and the final round, and we qualify in the front, we know the best strategies to use. Now we see our Zo getting cut out in the back here. Nothing much we could do to impact it now, as it's pretty hard to overtake at Monaco. Overtaking is pretty difficult. And we really don't have the power unit to charge them down. So we'll take our final score P3, P7 it looks like. And look at our Zo on the soft tires, can't even overtake. In the back here, Lewis Hamilton on his hards. That's how it works at Monaco. If you don't pick up the positions early in the race, at the starting of the race, and then maintain those positions throughout the race, yeah, it's going to be pretty tough for you to make up any place here at Monaco. Alright, so we boost now across the line. P3 for our Sargent and P7 for our Zo, coming from a 1-2 start. Wrong strategy selected here at the starting of Monaco, so we learned right there. Hard tires to mediums, medium tires to hard tires is the way to go here at Monaco if you're starting in the front of the pack. Alright, let's jump into the next race and see how we do in that one. Here we go for our next one, Canada. Another hard to overtake track on, but once we get a good start, we can make up some places, and we're qualifying in P1, P2. Nice. Nice. Alright, so we're gonna go for the one stop here at Canada. It's cornering and overtaking. We're gonna be doing it just like the AI, so that's gonna be the Cuppa. And we're gonna go with the Street Shark. Now we really don't need the Street Shark here. What we need is some pit stop time, so I'm gonna go the Tulip would be the right boost to go for the pit stop there. What tires did we select? Oh, we're going up against a real player here. He opted for the double mediums. We opted for softs and hards. Alright, and he opted for the pit stop time boost. Just what I said. I wanted to go for the pit stop time boost. Alright, so let's empty our power unit. We're gonna need to create distance on the soft tires, so let's charge real quick. And then we'll boost back out. What tires is in front here? The softs. Charge. Alright, so I'm going to need to charge up some power unit on Sargent. Charge some power unit on Sargent. Tires need to be changed over already. Ooh, the rival is boosting on his mediums. That's good to know. That's good to know that he's boosting on those mediums, because we're gonna have to do a two-stop here. And since he's boosting on those mediums, he'll have to do a two-stop as well. Let's push our hards a little bit. Charge some power in it. And it's nice to see I'm boosting those mediums. Now we'll just boost Orzo by pit to pick up those positions. See if we can get out in P2. Alright, yes, we are. Yeah. Looking good, looking good. Now we have power unit, the rival does not. And we're gonna go back to pit now with Orzo. Good defending from Orzo there. Good blocking from Orzo again. Boost him around. Can't squeeze him on the corner. Alright, we'll charge him into pit. And then we'll boost him on in. We've created a nice little distance for our sergeant out in the front. Out comes Zoe, back out in P5. Now we kind of want to charge up our Zoe a little bit on power unit so he could boost by pit. And when the rival decided to go to pit. Let's charge our sergeant up a bit as we do one more lap. Let's charge Zoe up a bit. And then we'll cut back up now, so Norris doesn't squeeze by him fairly easily. There we go. Looking good, looking good. Hold them, Zoe, hold them. Hold off Lando Norris, Zoe. Zoe doing a pretty good job at holding off Norris. We're gonna go to pit now. Norris squeeze by, Verstappen squeeze by. Hamilton squeezing by, slowing down our Zoe completely. Whenever cars are overtaking your drivers slow down to allow them to pass. So you lose precious time because you're being overtaken. And now Zoe is back out and he's being passed by everybody. He doesn't have the power unit to hold. Sergeant boost out his power unit, so the rival now has power unit behind him. And look at Orzo struggling here on his hards. So Sergeant has done his job. Zoe on the other hand got destroyed on the hard tires. As Sergeant crossed the line, here comes Zoe in P8 trying to boost away. Alright, so there we go. Great race by the rival there. And we've got 41 points. We'll take it. Let's jump into the debriefing and then we'll jump into our next race. Alright, so here that was a strategy we used, one stop with Zoe. So it worked out that a two-stop strategy would have been the better option to go for with these drivers on this track, as their tire management is not good at all. We have a level 2 Zoe with a level 4 Sergeant. The rival have a level 2 Zoe with a level 5 Nico Hulkenberg. And here we are on the car. Our car is just a little bit better than the rival. He's full of cornering and we're full of qualifying. Alright, let's jump on to the next race. Here we go for our next race. We are on Austin, Texas for this one. And there goes our qualifying 1-2. Pretty nice. Rival P5, P9 for him. Alright. So we're definitely have to be doing a 2-stop here. So we're going to go for the mediums and the softs on Zoe. We're only going to be going for race start boost here. We don't really care much about power unit boost for this track. So we're going to go couple. And we could go Rooster for race start and a little bit of power unit, but we really don't care much about the power unit boost. As we've seen, it's not having any form of impact at all. You're not charging faster, you're not boosting for longer, nothing. It's just there as a little dummy stat, in my opinion. Alright. So there we go, we're about to cut them down now. As you can see, they're both at the same rate and they're both charging at the same pace. Even when you're on conserve, none is charging faster than none. It's just the same rate that you've cut them down. That's the same rate that they're charging on. Alright. Let's go. Alright, so we're going to be going to pit with our Zoe here for some medium tires. So we're going to allow him to create some distance for himself by boosting him along. See if he could get into pit and out before the rival comes around. Let's try to defend. Wasn't able to defend there. Let's see if we could re-attack him. Wasn't able to re-attack. Where will Orzo get out? Coming out in P4. And so we're gonna try now to attack with our sergeant, the rival Zoe. There we go, getting him out the way. And then we're gonna just try to allow him to just empty this power unit to create some distance on him. Now we're gonna boost our Zoe to see if he can squeeze past P3 and put some pressure on P2. If he could slow him down a bit as he's about to get the pass. And then our sergeant can come out back in P2. Beautiful, just like that. And then we'll just cut back down our sergeant from there. Alright, both drivers will be going to pit on lap 5. We have a nice little bit of a distance between them, so they shouldn't stop. We should be good here. So we're going to be putting the both pit orders now for the fresh softs for both our drivers. Let's bring up our sergeant's power unit. We'll cut him to conserve. And we'll line up both of our drivers here now so their power unit charges up. As you can see, no difference in the charge rate at all. Fairly equal. So we're boosting now in our Zoe, who's gone in a bit slow there. Our sergeant coming in speed. But there we go. Back out. Should get out before the rival with our sergeant. And we're back out in P3 with sergeant. And we're just going to boost him up to go get back up to P2. Through these corners. There we go, getting the overtake done. Now we could just cruise along to the finish for 47 points here. Nice. So we'll boost or empty our Zoe power unit from there. Let's charge sergeant up a bit. See if we can get him up to about 80% before the line. and it will boost him from there. 76% is where he got. Let's see how far 76% is going to take him, if it's going to be at least close to 1 lap. So the 2-stop strategy is the best strategy here at Austria. Oh, this is not Austria, this is Austin. Here at Austin, 1-stop strategy is the best strategy for Monaco, 2-stop for Canada. And there we go. Here we go for a final race on the video on Singapore. Let's see where we qualify here. And if you have not noticed so far, we have shared with you the best stats for this season. If you did notice, I'll talk about it at the end of the race again. Race start and cornering here at Singapore. So we're gonna go for the Prince. For both we could go for SAR with tire management as well. That gives us race start, cornering, and tire management. Now, tire management has not been impactful too much this season. It's like another dummy stat. As you can see, nothing changed. It's maximum tire management added to Sargent, and as you can see, nothing changed. Nothing. His mediums are still 1 to 2. Nothing changed on Zoe, I should say. You would think that with maximum tire management, those mediums would go up to at least 2 to 2, but nothing changed, right? And we see the rival Zoe doing a 1-to-1 on the soft tires, so we'll allow him to do his thing as we cruise around for 2 laps as he boosts into pit. A good amount of them went for the softs. So let's charge up our Zoe a bit here, and then we're just going to empty his power unit into pit from now, so he can create just a little bit of a distance. Bring him into pit, bring him for the mediums again, and we're doing a 2-stop with Zoe, and we're doing a 1-stop with Sargent. So we want our Zoe just to have a little bit of a distance to get a nice clean pit stop, and see if he could get out in front of P3. Now, can he get out in front of P3 is the question. Yes, he can. Yes, he can. And yes, he will get out in front of P1 as well. Back out in the lead. Not giving it up that easily, says Zoe. But yeah, tire management boost. From last season, it didn't have much impact. And definitely this season, once again, we see it doesn't really have that much impact again. Right? Previous years, tire management boost had some form of impact. For a track like this, you see 1-to-1 tire management will bring your soft tires up to at least 1 to 2. But this season and last season, we didn't see any form of impact from the tire management boost at all. Let's see if we can get our Sargent out in front of this P6 driver coming around. Come on, Sargent. There we go. Now it's back in P2, and it's a safety car. Ooh, what a safety car that is. That's a massive safety car right there. We're going to be going to pit for some fresh mediums. And our power unit is fully charged and Sargent. So this one is another 47 points in the bag. If we can keep our Sargent in front of the rest of them, and most of them are on hard tires, so we should be able to keep our Sargent in front of them, as we're all on the same tires. Alright, so now would be a good time to talk for those of you who watched the video to this point. I really appreciate you guys for watching the full video and for all your support to the channel. And the key stats that we found to focus on this season is going to be the qualifying stats. I'm going to be making a separate video on qualifying stats and on overall on qualifying later down. But yeah, the qualifying stats seems to be the stat you want to focus on this season, as it's very impactful, and once you get out there in the front of the pack, then the rest of the pack would have to work double time to catch back up to you. Alright, so that seems to be the stats to put your main focus on this season. So any part that gives you really good qualifying stats, you want to be focusing on those parts. Alright, so safety car is about to end. And we're in a good position to boost on home here. We'll just cut back up our drivers and I'll boost them on home from there. So we see the rival right. Ooh, look at that! Sargent got overtook. Right as I was saying, we're gonna be boosting on home. Sargent should be able to hold. He got passed by the AI, and he got passed by the rival as well. Now he's on the hunt to see if he could retake Zoe. But Zoe is pulling away. Come on, Sargent. Get on to Zoe. They're both on the hards. Get on to him, Sargent. Zoe is pulling away. So I guess he has better overall car stats than us. That's why our car can't really catch up, as he's now out of power unit. We have just a little bit remain. Can Sargent make it work? No, he cannot. So P3 it is. Last corner as we boost him off. Try to do a little bit of a charge boost there on the last corner. Didn't work. So P1, P3 for 46 points it is. Alright. So that's basically gonna be it for this video. Let's take a look now at our final score, and then we'll end the video there. Let me know down in the comments how you guys are doing. What event are you entering into this weekend? We have bumped up ourselves to the Challengers division. So yeah, let's see if we could make it to the final round here in Challengers, and then probably next event we'll go up to Contenders. Hopefully I'll reach Series 9 by then to unlock some of those Series 9 parts. So there we go. And that should definitely get us qualified. Alright, let me know down in the comments how you guys are doing. I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace.
And they say if we'll only avoid any confrontation with the enemy, he'll forget his evil ways and learn to love.